And hello, everyone. It's Tom. It's FANzine Live, and we are looking at issue number 1 of Stuff. It's an anthology put together by Brad W. Foster. And I am so excited to show this, and it's his Jabberwocky Graphics label. I am so excited to show this because Brad is one of my favorite zine small press artists. Um, his work is timeless. It is original. I feel that it has some really neat ties back to the underground era, but also is just totally wonderfully unique. He does some really cool stuff here. You can see with stippling, he plays his blacks well. His line work, I mean, he knows when to hatch. He knows when to do the stippling effect. His gradients that he makes by hand are just off the charts. And Brad is one of those guys that he and I ran in different circles back in the 80s, and we still run in different circles today. And it's kind of like we're two concentrics, or we're two circles, but we don't overlap like in a Venn diagram. And so I've always admired his stuff from a distance, and now I finally get to do a review. I also wanted to show you, he's done some more recent stuff for the Spring 22 Collector's Link fanzine from Alan Sissom. Take a look at what he's doing now. He has moved deeply into the digital age, and it's just gorgeous work. The man is an incredible artist. So I'm really excited to be able to show this off. Stuff is an anthology, as he says in here, and it's a 8-page mini, quarter-page size, beautifully cut, beautifully stapled and folded. This thing is in great shape. He makes them bigger as time goes on, and we'll probably get to more because I love his work so much. But he has mentioned in here about how he's always looking for contributors. Welcome to the Stuff. Then he lists the names of his contributors. His first issue artistic pioneers: Mark Martin, Daryl Hutchinson, S. Ruth Jones, Steve Willis, David Martin, and then, of course, Brad. Mark Martin is an interesting guy. Back in the 80s, he did some really cool parody homage issues of a character called, I believe it's called Nat Rat, Gnatrat, and he did a spoof on the Dark Knight Returns #1. He also did a spoof on one of the anniversary issues of Batman, and he's a really good artist. Daryl Hutchinson, we looked at back at Lester Jester. S. Ruth Jones, I'm not as familiar with. Steve Willis, of course, is the Cranium Frenzy guy in Morty Comics. Not so familiar with David Martin, and of course Brad we've talked about. So this is the first piece, Monday Morning, and this is by Mark Martin. And you can see you've got the person waking up, hits the squeeze on his toothpaste, it turns into a robot, starts zapping everything, the guy freaks out, and then mom says to the kid as the dad is out cold, "Gordon, what if I told you about leaving your Transformers lying around?" Really cute. I like that. This is clearly a Hutchinson piece, and it's a safety tip for all new readers. This publication is not designed to be read nasally, so don't attempt to do so. I like it. So this is the piece by S. Ruth Jones, and as a classic piece of slice of life, this really hits home. It says, bedtime story. The light comes through the window. The husband's sleeping. The wife is not. So she pulls the shade. Now she's sleeping. Now he starts snoring. And then he starts snoring again. But this time, the Z's, she gets up, she flips the Z to an N, and now he goes, and she sleeps again. This time, he's dreaming of, looks like palm trees. And it's clearly causing her stress. So she reaches up, she pops his palm tree dream, and he goes back to sleep. Then we've got rumble, and it looks like the cats outside are having a fight. So she gets Oh, they're in the bedroom, excuse me. They're having a fight. She kicks him outside. She goes back to sleep. And then, of course, the alarm goes off. The curtains roll up. The blinds go up. Husband's totally awake. And, of course, the wife is totally sleeping. And the epilogue is that she's asleep at her keyboard and the boss is not happy. Really cute. Okay. This is a Hutchinson piece, and I was really surprised when I saw this. I'm used to seeing more of the humor-related stuff like this out of Daryl, but look at this piece. Doing these two characters without much of a solid line beyond the glasses. Really cool. Brodigan split so long. Eulogy for a fellow native. They say you were out the window when you pulled the trigger. Was the sun rising or setting, or was it night? A pint of Jack Daniels, half pint of Jack Daniels, $2 change, some tranquilizers, a solitary message on the recorder for a month. Maggots were, and for your month, maggots were your only company before anyone cared. You once told a friend after your first book made you a golden boy of younger American letters, you were going to get killed no matter what. You once wrote, people need a little loving, and God, sometimes it's sad all the shit they have to go through to find some. But I never knew you, but I do. So long, Richard. Very cool. Very cool. And then lastly, that's David, Miller. Oh, I bet that's David Miller, not David Martin. David Miller says, I remember my first bagel. Really cute. Got a fake little toupee from the toupee company. Love the work, though. He's got some nice line work, has shading in all the right spots. Stippling is good. That almost looks like a carnival type thing with a carnival portrait where you've got the oversized head and the smaller character. Very nice. Very nice. Guys, this is a great book. It's also, I should say, it looks like it's offset printed. It's not done photocopy. So, I mean, this is as professional looking as an 8-page mini comic can get. Just gorgeous. Great contributors. Great stories. Love it to pieces. Stuff number 1. Enjoy. Have a great day. We will see you next time.